So Carly, the paramedic, wrote me and she said, hey, I'm a paramedic. I work in this kind of all-male environment. There's kind of this mentality to be a tough guy. And she said, so the women who are paramedics, oftentimes turn into these like mini men, which every time I read them, like, I just get a visual of the Mario Brothers, but with bobs or something. And she just said, she's like, how do I keep from doing that? How do I allow myself to live into my femininity, but not live in fear of people's perception that maybe I am not strong enough or I'm inadequate for the job? Well, Carly, I first want to say that you are adequate for the job, because you got the job. And so you need to remember that, remind yourself of that. And sometimes we perceive things from people that maybe they're not even thinking about us, but it's just what we feel they're thinking about us because of our own insecurity. And you can't do anything about people's perceptions or misperceptions of you. All you can do is control how you respond to them. And so when you call the women you work with mini men, I thought of the phrase small man syndrome. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but sometimes, I'm not saying it's a label that I condone, but people will refer to a guy that say he has small man syndrome when you can see that some guy is feeling insecure in a certain area, and so he's overcompensating because of that insecurity. And everybody sees through it. They can see that, oh, that guy's got small man syndrome. And so I think of that with these women that you're working with, that they may have an insecurity about who they are as women and not feel adequate to be in this position. And so they overcompensate by trying to be one of the boys, And a lot of times that communicates, that comes across as, at least what I've seen, is women who, if they feel insecure in their role, their position at work, what they'll do is they'll try to overcompensate by putting men down or trying to make themselves look better. And at Love and Respect, one of the things that my father says, he goes, successful CEO women, successful leaders, women who really have it figured out, are the women who are comfortable enough in who they are to actually put on respect towards the men that they work with. And so that, I want you to know, is the key to being successful in your workplace that's full of men. And then women say, okay, well, how do I put on respect? How do I do that? Well, it's often by actually not doing something, which is showing contempt. A lot of men will say they feel disrespected when they feel like a woman has contempt towards them. And so women innocently, not meaning to, out of their own maybe feelings of inferiority, which you shouldn't have if you got this job as a paramedic, will then act out, like I said, in those ways to overcompensate, or the mini men or the small man syndrome. When either one of us do this, male or female, it doesn't work, especially in the workplace. So I just want to give you confidence to remember that middle school motto of just being true to yourself and be comfortable and be relaxed, and whatever it means for you to be fully feminine and live into your femininity the way that God designed you, rest in that. You got the job, you're good at what you do, and be comfortable enough in who you are to honor people for the gifts and the strengths that they have, by showing, especially men, respect. And they will see you and they will respect you, and they'll be like, wow, that's one strong woman. Now get back to work.
On the next Ask Joy, Joy attempts to prove that Snow White's illness was not due to an apple, but rabies.
We're gonna talk to Chester. Be a friend. Come. Come here, Chester. It's actually my worst fear. My brothers used to tell me they were gonna sick rabid squirrels on me and chain me to a tree. Are we friends? Come, be my friend. It's okay. A wish is a...
Oh, no, you scared him.
You don't like that?